You could say it with my New Jersey accent. That might be awesome.
With a what?
I'm just kidding. I have the worst accent today.
What kind?
New Jersey. I can't stop.
Welcome to Moviefone's Unscripted. I'm Emile Hirsch. I'm here with Christina Ricci at the Long Beach Grand Prix, and we're here to talk about our film Speed Racer.
We're going to ask each other some of your questions and some of our own.
I'll start with the first question. This is from David in Seattle. He says, do you kiss Emil, me, in the movie? And if so, is it hard to prepare for those types of scenes?
Very difficult. Very difficult. I mean, you know, what with the talks we had to have beforehand.
Yeah, the counseling.
Right, and negotiating exactly what would happen during the kiss. No,
none of that.
You know, you have to ask that kind of thing because you never know.
Which sometimes makes it even more awkward, though.
Right, the talking about it.
Like, you know, talking about it so much.
And it destroyed our friendship. I mean, we were really close before that. And,
yeah, you know, well, I think...
It gets awkward.
It didn't help the garlic that I had had.
Right, I was offended. A little bit. A little offended. Oh. No, we didn't prepare at all for it, and, you know, it was a very innocent kiss.
It was pretty fun, though.
It was fun. We had a good time.
I had a great time.
It was pretty good. It's always good kissing me.
It is.
Thanks. What did you learn about Christina in working with her?
Christina is fantastic and a lot of fun.
Excellent.
And very smart.
That's great.
And I also learned that she's one of the few people in the world that I'm taller than.
It's true.
And no. I'm 6 feet tall. And
I happen to be really tall as well.
You are tall. Mm-hmm. you kill in games of basketball, all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, I totally can slam dunk.
You're kind of a sportswoman.
Yes.
They say sportsman. Are you allowed to say sportswoman?
I believe so.
A sportswoman.
Sportswoman. Yeah, definitely.
Sports lady.
Uh-huh.
What inspired you to get your hair cut the way you did in Speed Racer?
Well, it was actually the way the brothers had drawn her. Mm-hmm. She had a short haircut, bob.
I think it looks amazing.
I'm glad you like it. I personally, I love it for Trixie. I wouldn't want to walk around like that all the time.
But it's perfect for Trixie.
Perfect for Trixie, and perfect for the movie. Yeah.
And you look so cute with the hair when you're doing the kung fu, and you're like, hi-ya!
Thanks.
Hi-ya! And the hair's flying.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You're pretty good at kung fu, I gotta say.
Thanks very much. They didn't leave a lot of our fighting in, though. They took a lot of our fighting out. We did a lot of fighting. I did a lot of cartwheeling.
You did a lot of cartwheeling.
That's not in there, and I resent it.
The cartwheels were amazing.
They were really good. I was great at it. Mm-hmm. If you were on a perfect drive, where would you go? Who would you take with you? And what would you have packed in the trunk?
The perfect drive, I would say, you know, I was in Hawaii recently, and I wanted to drive on, everyone was talking about the Hana Highway, which is like one of the most treacherous roads to drive on. And after Speed Racer, with all the crazy roads and stuff that theoretically were there, because of so much green screen, the Hana Highway seemed like, you know, a really fun road to drive on.
Is that road difficult because of the waves that crash over it?
No, I think it's more of just there's these neck-snapping S-turns.
Oh, really?
Just the whole way, and there's all these waterfalls, and there's like 150 waterfalls or something like that. Don't hold me to that number.
That sounds good.
And who would I take? I would probably take one of my buddies, my buddy Frankie. We were there, and we were just dying to go and see this highway, but we didn't have time.
What would you put in the trunk?
I would probably put
a couple 40s of oldie.
A couple 40s of ye oldie in the trunk. Yeah, that sounds good.
That was my favorite. Classy. If you couldn't act, what career would you choose?
I genuinely don't know. I think what would be fun, though, you know, I always thought being an astronaut would be a lot of fun.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't it be fun to be in zero
fan?
gravity? I never went to space camp.
No, but did you see the movie?
Oh, Apollo 13?
No, Space Camp with Joaquin.
Oh.
Like when he was like 10 or 9 or 10. Oh my God, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Being
it's
in
from
zero
like
gravity.
1980.
There was a documentary called In the Shadow of the Moon that Ron Howard produced that recently came out, which was all about the Apollo missions and that first landing on the moon. And just the way that they went through it, and like you realize just how hard it was for these astronauts. I mean, they were riding the edges of what you could achieve. And
yeah, it's scary.
yeah, I mean, they're going into space and they're landing on the moon. They're hoping that this engine works. There's no backup plan.
That's
There's
terrifying.
nothing you can do if it doesn't work. And it's pretty amazing. Back, 69, we did it.
Did any difficulties arise in portraying a character that originated in an animated form?
Yes. Yes, Chris. Some of the difficulties were in the show, Speed he talks 1,000 miles an hour because it was all dubbed from the Japanese show. So he's like, I'm going to win this race and I'm going to win it. And when I win this race, that's when I'll have won. He says the same thing. He's really, he says the same thing over and over again because they just had to fill up the space on the show for the dialogue, for the translation. So, I had to talk a little differently in the movie. And another thing, too, was that in the show, Speed gets to drive, even though it's a cartoon, within the cartoon, he's driving a real car. And, I'm a real-life person driving a fake car on the gimbal. So the gimbal was probably the trickiest part of just sitting in this thing, and it's rotating. It's like a big motor arm, and it's just whipping you around and thrashing you about. And, you kind of get a little bit of the whiplash and a little bit nauseous.
I threw up during mine.
You threw up during yours, yeah.
It was intense.
That is, yeah. And I remember at one point, they accidentally hit the button that spins you around, and they just started spinning me around, and my stomach went away, and I just started going, ah! And then they pressed stop, and it was like, and they were like, Emil, were you just acting? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was funny.
That sounds good.
Do you have any involvement with the Speed Racer video game? Do you ever play the Wii?
I actually did. I have played the Wii before, but I am a spaz, and I happen to be one of those people who let go of the Wii.
Throws the Wii remote through the TV.
Well, not the TV. The TV was in front of a plate glass window.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and I got a little crack in this huge plate glass window at my friend's house.
See, you got to put the protective bracelet on.
I know, but you know what?
You got to put that bracelet on.
I have no hand-eye coordination, so I have no business playing games. But I am actually involved. I'm involved in the Wii game, the Speed Racer game. We all did. You did voices too for it, right?
Yeah.
We all did voices, and Trixie's one of the characters in there, and it was fun. I like doing the voice stuff for that.
The voice stuff was fun. Yeah. I mean, it only took like a half an hour, and we were out of there, right?
But I like making your voice like that too, like to complete a 360-degree turn.
You know what was funny though? Me and my mom, we went to Target recently because we wanted to check out some of the toys because we heard they were out. And there's like a whole aisle of just like Speed Racer toys and cars and stuff. So we got this one car, and it's about this big. It's like a Mach 5, and if you hit it, it presses, their sounds come out. So I hit it, and it was literally a guy saying lines I had in the movie.
Oh, but not your
But the guy was like a 35-year-old guy who he was like, come on, guys, I'll win this race. I mean, absolutely not my voice at all. And I was like, wow, I could have probably done that. All right. Well, thank you to Christina and Moviefone, and to you guys for watching and for sending in all your questions.
Yes, thank you.
And please
check out our film, Speed Racer.
Speed Racer, check it out. Speed's in the theaters May 9th.
You feel like you're hosting your own talk show.
I know. We should do the whole Oprah thing.